And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Spirit of Justice. As you can see, we finally brought Nana onto the stand and blessed the name of her testimony. I'm no spirit medium, sonny. I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Karayan. I mean, she's got a point. But are you really just a nanny? After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garin is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass Maya Fey. God, just blame Maya Fey for everything, why don't you? This game is blame Maya Fey for everything.
And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nana could channel spirits is a most unamusing jest.
On the surface, anyway. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Nana channeled Inca's spirit. Alright, the defense may now question the witness. Her hair, though. Jesus. God, that's what it looks like under the hat. How did she even fit all that in her hat to begin with?
Hold it!
Albie's dog stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest? I had been feeling unwell all day and had pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition. While I sympathize with you, Nana, you took the whole day off without informing Princess Rafa. She was very worried about you, you know. How very kind of her benevolence. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I.
Except to Rafa, Nana's not just a mere servant.
Oh. Do you even think a mere commoner could channel spirits or slay a minister? What hogwash. I guess we know where Rafa gets her potty mouth.
Hold it!
I hear you are the head servant, isn't that right? Are you suggesting that my position affords me the ability to channel spirits? Since you're the head servant to a family of channelers, I'd say it's plausible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure. I think not. Well, that goes against the very underpinnings of the Kingdom of Karayan.
To become a spirit medium requires a noble spirit and rigorous training. But most importantly, one must be a direct descendant of the founder. It is not simply some hobby one can take up in the same manner of knitting or gardening.
So commoners could never become a medium no matter how hard they tried. That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young hornhead.
Hold it!
Okay, then, what if you actually have royal blood in your veins, Nana? Like a distant relative or something. I am from a line of humble fishermen, all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather. I have never heard talk of royal blood or noble ancestry.
Apollo, if spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter, then even with a royal ancestor, it'd be impossible to learn without the right training.
It is as the Barbed One says. It also must be mentioned that the secret art is only taught here in the Kingdom of Karayan and your country's Karain village.
Why aren't things falling into place like I expected? I would ask the witness to continue her testimony.
Hold it!
Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right? Oh, yes. She was a beautiful, gentle soul. But she fell in love with a man of dubious origins, and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel. Except she's actually still alive.
Poor Nana's yet another follower unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus.
Amara, the queen who's been locked away, and her existence in this world erased. But the fact that she is still alive shackles Nayuta to Garen's will. Nayuta, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right? You know, I keep forgetting that Nayuta's been here this whole time.
We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness's testimony.
Miss Faye was being held hostage. She was completely tied up and didn't even know Minister Inga's true name, making it impossible for her to kill or channel him. Bah, I know nothing of that.
Listen, you horned devil. Were you not just insisting that it was Maya Fey who channeled Minister Inga? My, how quickly you change your tune.
No, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm also quick to force my biggest smile when times like these demand it.
It's great that you're following my advice, Apollo. But try not to look so forced while you do, would you? Nana is right about one thing, though. Only those of the royal bloodline can be spirit mediums in Khura'in. Common folk like us are out of luck.
Yeah, I guess so. Still, I think I'll finally be close to connecting all the dots once I point one very big thing out. That Nina is actually Amara? If we're gonna do right now. Alright, we're gonna do the fourth statement. We're gonna present that photo that we found. Wait, it's over here. No, it's not. That's Joe Justice. My bad.
Objection!
Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except, I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case. Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation? Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Nana's testimony. Go on? She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because, in Khura'in, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits. I fail to see the problem in that statement, defense. Hold on, I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. Are you? Nana stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amara is still alive. At the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nana channeling Inga. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming, despite having been killed at 2 p.m. That would mean that Nana channeled Inga, even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Wait. Is it too late to ask for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? Mr. Wright, you may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need.
Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are?
Yes, it's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo? That's... This photo's very existence, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garin is the only remaining spirit medium in Karayan.
Horn devil! You mustn't!
Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Will the defense please explain who is shown in the photograph? The person in the photo is the previous queen, Amara Sigatar Karayan. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive. What? But that's nonsense! Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination.
Huh?
Queen Amara's still alive? Has the Lord got mad? While I personally find it hard to believe, I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense. Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet according to Dirk, she is actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here, in this very courtroom today. But how? No, you're not stopping me, Nayuta. You're not. Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. The Red Pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning lottery art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, prosecutor, because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn, Nayuta, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as... Athena.
Take that!
Oh, but that's... Oh! This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga. Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person and you get a spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nena. Your true identity is the former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along. What?
Objection!
Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell. Oh, my, it's such frightening allegations. Indeed, and absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives, and is actually Miss Nena here. You have truly gone off the deep end. You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence! If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Isn't that correct? Oh! Good call.
I can deny it no longer. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nana, the woman who stands before us, is Amara, the former queen believed to have perished 23 years ago.
Pokonga! Finally. We finally got Inga's real killer on the stand. Nana, no, Amara Sikatar Karayan. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened. Oh my god, these dots. Ugh. Oh, dearie me. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead. Oh boy, her transformation is great! Sailor Moon power! Oh, hello there! Loading screen. Whoa! Oh dang, she's pretty. I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. It has been far too long since I last greeted you, good people of Karayan. It is I, Amara Sikatar Karayan, your former queen. Queen Amara? What? Knockout! Surprise! And I thought Garen's makeover was extreme. Can it really be true? You are alive and well? It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I've caused all of you a great deal of distress.
Amara, I'm sorry I was unable to keep your secret any longer.
She, purposely kept the secret the whole time?
I hope you can forgive me.
Did she purposely want her to keep it secret? It is quite alright, Garen. I am safe now. For Dirk, that blackguard who threatened my life, will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer. Queen Amara! What does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago? I barely escaped that blaze with my life. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear young sister, Garen. But the building of that great tomb, and disguising yourself as a lowly servant, why would you do such a thing? Garen, I would have you explain.
I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who could conceive of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant?
She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place.
He never even guessed she was living as a servant, right in plain sight. I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quiet, humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. Ah, but those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Hornhead.
You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with.
If there is something you wish to say, then say it.
It doesn't matter who you are. You won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer.
Wow. Wow, that's a bold move! Oh boy! Oh boy!
What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide. A grand priestess of Koreanism. You can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people.
This is a court of law.
If you commit the crime, you better be ready to do the time.
Nice rhyme.
But be you a priest, saint, queen, or god, I've never met such an egalitarian person. Queen Amara, in your years disguised as Nena, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right?
Oh ho ho. What a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer. Me, the one who the people regarded as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself.
You may be a grand figure in Koreanism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me.
Ooh. It would appear your words are not in jest. And am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with accusations of murder most foul?
But please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The lawyer knows not what he speaks.
Fear not, good Majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I am Grand Priestess, on this stand I am but a witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence. Why has she not opened her eyes this whole time?
Your compassion overfloweth your mercifulness.
Oh, young lawyer, in my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw.
Huh? There's a flaw?
Nayuda. Yes, your mercifulness. Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered? Dirk Samadi, Maya Fey, and the victim, Minister Inga. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga.
What? Why not?
Do not keep the defense waiting, Nayuda. Explain how wrong he truly is. Yes, your mercifulness. Her benevolence, Princess Rayfa saw Minister Inga enter the tomb around 2:30 p.m. Yet you, the defense, claim the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, then once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb.
Oh, yeah.
Had she tried to exit before you all arrived. Princess Rayfa, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort. Yep. Okay, that is an issue. In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. And yet, was she there in the tomb when the murder was discovered, defense? No.
No, she wasn't.
Now do you see? Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood. Ugh. Ah!
Well, that was entertaining. Prosecutor Sanmati, assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name.
You wish for me to take over?
Yes. Prosecute your father to save your mother.
That's just effed up. That's really messed up.
What a poignant fate you bear. But bear it you must. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Eminence.
And there you have it, your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of the Sacred Hall to your authority once more.
Why, thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, Your Mercifulness, your testimony, if you please. I think I can only read her testimony at this point. I don't know if I can press stuff, so we'll see.
Okay. What are you hiding from us? The lawyer's theory is absurd. Now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from this sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Samadi for his crimes.
That was a short testimony, actually.
Oh, such marvelous testimony! You are truly a treasure, Your Mercifulness. This, too, is but by the grace of Her Holiness. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well.
Oh my! The Holy Mother, you say?
Yes, surely Her Holiness has guided me to this witness stand.
Suddenly animals!
And to the purity of truth.
She is literally a Disney character. Oh, how magnificent! Queen Amara, the Holy Mother's messenger here on Earth. Praise be for Queen Amara! Blessings! Blessings upon her mercifulness. Where did those animals even come from? I didn't know we had tigers. I thought we said we didn't have them. Now then, the defense may question the witness. But remember, she is a grand priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony. Wait, what? What am I supposed to do then? And the animals are still there! Okay, well, we are actually, we're like almost a minute out of time here, so we're gonna save pressing this statement in the next video. So I'll see you guys then.